What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the LFR family. As you can see in the thumbnail, there's 3 women, and we're going to crown the most ridiculous one. And I promise you, it's not going to be easy.
All right, I'm back again to hit you with some knowledge about why men are so terrified right now. Studies have been conducted that women can make babies with other women without men. Yes, you heard that right. We do not need anything from a man to create a baby. The result? We will only have women children. So now let's talk about evolution. Women have had to survive in the society we live in today because of the threats of violence against us. So as we evolve, we become more consciously aware of what is actually happening to us in order to survive. And this deep-rooted consciousness that is happening with women all over the world, and I mean all over the world, is absolutely terrifying to the male species. They have used power and control in order to shut us up and put us in a corner. But what they don't understand is that we are too conscious. We have become too conscious, and you can't take consciousness away from a human. Now, in order for the male species to survive, they must evolve too. And this is absolutely terrifying to them because they've lived in the comforts of their safety for so long. And as we bring consciousness to the male species, they now understand that women actually hold all of the power. Women decide whether the universe procreates and continues. So I say all of this to really say it's time to evolve. Each and every one of us. It's time to evolve and make this world a better place.
All right, so that's number 1. Huh? Did we start off good? We're going to come back to that one. Let's go on to the next one.
They pushing us, let me tell you something, they pushing us all out of this complex. Anybody that been here for 20 years or better, they is making up shit, talking about we owe rent. They just trying to push us out so they could tear this shit down and make it for the whiteys. They've been doing it for years. All this shit right here don't look the same. None of this shit is the same. It's just white people walking with carts and shit. Like, we ain't see this shit like 15 years ago. 15 years ago, you didn't see this many white people. You didn't see white people walking freely or even walking and not being scared to walk the fuck down this street. Like, it's like, yeah, I can't even explain. These bike lanes, this bus shit, all that shit.
That's gentrification.
They're here.
Go up.
They're here.
When the
and
bike
they're
lanes
pushing
come,
us
they're gonna
out.
come in drones. They flooding this shit. They already
They
win.
gotta wear her headphones and she chilling. Right past.
15 years ago,
When you start seeing
she
them
done
walk
got
at
a red
night,
bar.
when you start seeing them walk at night, you know they too comfortable. I was a little girl.
I told you. She's thinking about the good old days when white people would be afraid to walk through the hood. Where was those days? The happy times. All right. Number 3.
Y'all remember that time that I got on TikTok telling y'all about the food stamps? Do y'all remember that time I got on here and told y'all about the food stamps? Why the fuck did they turn my food stamps off? And I gotta pay back $35,000.
Woo, Nelly.
They turned my food stamp off and I gotta pay back $35,000. Now I'm fucking aggravated because how y'all didn't know I was playing on here? Y'all just running with shit. But them motherfuckers really turned my goddamn food stamps off and I have to pay them back $35,000. I don't know where the hell I'm gonna get $35,000 from, but I have to pay them back. So y'all, watch what y'all put on the internet because everything is not for the internet. And I learned that. Now I'm sitting here stuck, hungry as fuck, no food. And I don't got no fucking $35,000, so I don't know where they think I'm about to get that from.
All right, so I checked, and this is real. This lady actually owes $35,000 to the IRS. Well, not to the IRS, to the government for her EBT. She scammed them. You owe the money, sweetheart. Let me tell you something. OnlyFans, go for what you know. Don't act like you ain't sell it before. You ain't gotta let nobody touch it. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I would say pour milk on your feet. All right? Pour milk on your feet. That way it can stay. It don't have to get sexual. Just pour in slow motion. and moan and read a Bible verse. Yeah, I just now gave you a business plan. Yeah, but you're gonna have to put something together because they wants their monions. And how in the hell you gonna blame the government? Tell you saw I wasn't responsible, but y'all just kept bringing the money. Yeah, you ridiculous as hell. As far as this lady right here, out DC, she's saying that our neighborhood is being gentrified. They're starting to raise up all of our rent, and they're starting to charge us for all of these ridiculous fees for this, that, and the third. She's not lying. She's not lying. My mother-in-law, she still lives in the hood in Northeast. I go to visit her a lot, and when I'm over there, it's the same old hood, but right across the street are bigger, brighter buildings. Business is back in the neighborhood. They're fixing up the houses. The homes are being sold a little higher. When the neighborhood becomes gentrified, the property is more expensive. Like, you can sell it now, so they're trying to buy people out of their neighborhoods. They're trying to raise up the prices and price people out of the neighborhood as well. And by they, I mean the realtors. It's the realtors, the investors. It's them. It's them. And they are working in cahoots with the city government, the state government. They are, because they know what it's going to bring, what that community needs in order to boost the economy. In order to boost that economy, jobs have to come around there. And in order for jobs to come around here and for this area to be attractive enough for companies to come around here and want to conduct business, they have to clean it up a little bit. So they are definitely kicking poor people up out of that neighborhood, pushing them into a smaller. They're doing it. My mother-in-law tells me about, man, they just now said that if you're in this zone, then they send her paperwork. If you're in this zone, now you got to pay Washington Gas an extra $100 per month, because apparently your lines are under the ground and you got to pay for the upkeep of that and this, that, and the other. Also for water, they're sending her stuff. For gas, for water, for electrical, for parking, for everything. Everything is becoming more expensive in that neighborhood. And so she's right in that. Where she's wrong in being upset that people have to grow up and that the community has to get better at some point. Being upset that those beat down apartments and beat down homes that were just sitting around as eyesores are now turning into actual businesses, and people want to move around there now. Like the white people that just running around with their hair, the ponytail just bouncing while they're jogging and walking their dogs and stuff like that. I know you pissed off about it. I know you pissed off because you're thinking about the good old days where they would never even think about coming to the hood. And now you're like, what's happening to my hood? Here's the thing, baby girl. The hood was never yours. And the hood wasn't meant for you to stay in forever. We always talk about, and this is as a black community, we always talk about the projects being a project, right? So if the projects is a project, how long are you going to stay in it? For anybody who lived around here for 40 years, 30 years, they know, yeah, why are you still around there? Why? The AC units are on the outside of the building. The apartments are very small, and you're not getting any of that equity. The prices are going up, and you can get something just as nice in a nicer neighborhood. But you have been making choices all throughout these years that I'm not going to do anything to better myself. I'm not going to do anything to try to position myself to have a better way of life or to stay somewhere with less crime. You said, nah, this is my hood. I love my hood and I don't want it to change. So that makes you part of the problem, right? So now you see that the same neighborhood that your family and your friends didn't even appreciate. The people that's on welfare, EBT, SNAP benefits, the ones that's in little crews that's robbing and killing and selling drugs around the neighborhood. those people that didn't appreciate the neighborhood, now people who appreciate the neighborhood are moving around there, and they're paying the top ticket. They're paying top dollar to move around there. And people who know how to pivot toward this, they are selling their homes that they bought for $100,000. They're selling those homes for like 900,000. And if you were into ownership or you had somebody to give you that bit of information, you would know this. Instead of being outside complaining that the hood is changing and now you see white people walking through it comfortably. So yeah, you're definitely ridiculous. As far as this lady right here, that look like a man. You look like a man. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Listen, I hear what you're saying. You saying that women empowerment, this is your thing. I did actually look it up on Grok, what you was talking about, because you like women don't need men. So now women can have our own world. We can have our own world where we're having other women who can have nothing but women. And one day it's going to be only women here. And that's why men are so shook when it comes to everything we bring to the table. First of all, you tripping. Second of all, you're not 100% wrong. I love women. Women are absolutely amazing. In my opinion, there's nothing better than a woman because y'all are dope. But the thing is, what y'all call progressing and getting with the future and all that other stuff, you're actually ruining mankind. Just with that way of thinking, you're ruining it. You want to remove men from your way of life so that you can feel safe and so that you can be in your own utopia. And that's not how life is supposed to be. You don't see any other animals or insects or anything that's just running around with one sex. They all got two. It's the male and the female. And it's for a reason. It's not because of evolution either. Like, because once the men die off, then the women die off. Once the girls die, that's the same thing for animals too. At least I believe so. And I might be wrong on a couple of them because I know that a couple of these weird amphibians or whatever type of animals can just get themselves pregnant. Hopefully that's not your fantasy. Is that your fantasy? To one day get yourself pregnant? So I guess that's why you look like a man, because you're preparing for the role of the man. Can you imagine that? You're going to have to do everything that a man has done in order to build this amazing, wonderful world, safe world that you're enjoying. But you're looking forward to the day where men no longer exist because we've already created everything and made it comfortable enough so that now we're not needed anymore, and you can play the role of us and carry on with your married day. Let me show y'all this information that I just now pulled up from Sir Grok. Because I had to ask. I'm just going to show y'all real quick. And again, I want y'all to let me know which one of these ladies do y'all think was the most ridiculous. Oh, I'm sharing this one again. Okay, let me go back. Take this off. Boom. Pat out. Pat out. Okay, here we go. All right. So I asked the question. I asked the question. I'm so black. How can two women have a baby? Grok just simply says, two women cannot have a baby. Two women cannot create a baby together biologically. You can do anything in the lab, but biologically, oh, hell no. Using only their genetic material. Sperm from a male is still required. Okay, here's the part that she loves. However, they can both be parents to a child through several established legal and medical methods that use donor sperm. So you're still using the sperm of a male, okay? Below are the real world ways two women have children, so forth and so on. Only thing you got to do is put in the, how can two women have a baby? You can't. You still need us, baby girl. Sorry. I know that upsets you a lot, but you still need us. All right. Now carry on thinking about your daggone wonderful, amazing life without men, and stop trying to daggone put it on us. We love women. We absolutely love women. But when you get to this point right here, where you're starting to act like, well, let me see. where you want to play the role, because she wants to play the role of a man. And that's where you mess up.
It's absolutely.
She wants to play the role of a man. And when you want to play the role of a man, you are completely against everything that we stand for, and you're looking forward to the day that you can step up and be like, hey, I'm he, him, she, shim, whatever it is. You just out there cotton picking mine if you. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.